Hey there and welcome to Tour Confidential. I'm Ryan Aselta and happy to be joined this week by former SI and ESPN golf writer Pharrell Evans, and joining us via Skype, Golf.com's Josh Sens. And guys, we're coming off the excitement and anticipation of the Hero World Challenge down at the Bahamas, where Rickie Fowler fires a scorching hot 61 on Sunday to come back from 7 strokes down to win the Hero World Challenge. We're going to get to Rickie in a minute, but we start with the bigger story, Tiger Woods, which dominated the headlines, not only in golf, but in the world of sports all weekend, Pharrell. Tiger tied for 9th, 3 rounds, sub 70. When you saw what we got from Tiger this week, the excitement from Friday's round, a little disappointment on Saturday. What do you make of this week? Was it a success for Tiger Woods?
Oh, absolutely. I think physically, we have a 41-year-old who is, he seems by all accounts, he's as long as anybody out there. He played pain-free. We saw a little bit of the short game problems that we've seen over the last year or so, couple years. But overall, it was a successful week for the game of golf and for Tiger. We just have to see going forward, will he play more golf in the new year and be ready for the Masters?
Josh, what do you make of it? 17 birdies, 2 eagles, just 1 double. Now, a year ago, he led the field in birdies, but also led the field in double bogeys. A little more balanced, and the swing speed was there. The length was there. What did you make of this weekend?
Yeah, the swing speed, the length for sure. Also, the accuracy. I mean, he was battling a two-way miss last time we saw him. And this time, you know, he struggled on Saturday, as you said, but he pounded the fairways mostly. And fairway to green was tight. The problem was his short game. And to me, that's the most interesting part. You know, all the swing experts have weighed in that his new move is much improved. But he still has the battle with the short game. And we're going to have to see, you know, is that rust, or is that a deeper mental issue? And to me, that's the more interesting part. How are we going to watch Tiger battle with the mental struggles of his comeback, assuming his physical woes remain on the sidelines, which it seems like they are for now? I mean, obviously a back problem can crop up at any time, but the mental struggle, to me, is the more fascinating part to watch.
Yeah, let's face facts, though, guys. PGA Tour, these guys bomb the ball pretty consistently, and they're usually in the fairway. But the short game is what differentiates the good from the great, especially when you're talking about major championships, right? Pharrell, the chipping yips, they're a bit of a concern. Brandel Chambly has said that they don't just go away, and they're still kind of evident. We saw the chunk chips on Friday. We saw some on Sunday. How much of a problem could this be down the road for Tiger, where his short game used to be one of his biggest strengths? Oh,
absolutely. I mean, we saw in an event with no cut where he had really no pressure this week in a real sense. And he still had the yips. So you put him in a real situation at the Masters where there's a lot on the line, making the cut or winning the tournament, where's he going to be?
Yeah.
And so we don't know the combination of the injury and the whole issue around, does he really believe that he can beat these guys? And I'm not sure that Tiger believes that over 72 holes that he can beat Justin Thomas, that he can beat those guys in a regular tour event or in a major. And so those yips, I think they point to the stress as much as anything.
And you mentioned the stress, Josh. It's something that he hasn't played under. It's different playing down there in Jupiter in those casual practice rounds. The stress of playing in competition may have come out a little bit. Now, it could be rust. He hasn't played under those conditions. The short game wasn't there. He lost control of the greens a little bit on a couple of days on some of his lag putts. Have you seen enough, though, success from Tiger this weekend to kind of boost your expectation level heading into 2018?
Oh, well, certainly we're getting a sense that he's going to play a lot more, and he's going to play a lot more healthily, and he's going to keep the ball in play a lot more than he was last time out. But again, I mean, it's impossible for me to get away from the mental struggles of the game. You know, when Seve said it famously, when a golfer loses his edge, he loses his edge. Can Tiger ever get it back to his winning ways? We all have such high expectations for him that for him to get anywhere near the level he once was, he's going to have to vanquish those demons, those heebie-jeebies. And I'm not sure, you know, we haven't seen a lot from him, but as Brandel Chambly has said, as Hank Haney has said, those don't just go away. I mean, I've had the yips for 10 years. If I can't get rid of them, what chance does a guy like Tiger have?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sorry you're going through that, Josh. Josh, real quick, does he win in 2018?
I don't think so, no. I don't think with that short game you win.
How about you, Pharrell? Can he win a tournament in 2018?
I think so if he humbles himself and plays in a second-tier event. Tiger needs more reps. He needs to play the Texas Open. He needs to play in Houston. He's not getting into the WGC events. He needs reps, and he's not gonna win anywhere against the top players in the world if he doesn't play in those second-tier events.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Looking through the schedule up to the Masters, trying to foresee which ones he's going to play in. He's not in that WGC in Mexico. That frees up his schedule. He's going to need some practice on the golf course there to get ready for Augusta. You think maybe Torrey Pines, probably Bay Hill. He'll probably go out west, maybe to the Genesis, or could he go to a low-key event like Pebble Beach, where he hasn't played in that in years? The new Tiger, who's very open and jovial, maybe he fits in the Pro-Am event to get the reps and kind of get out there on the golf course. Obviously, Tiger, though, finishes T9. Not a winner this week. The winner was Rickie Fowler, who was on fire. Josh, let's talk about Rickie here. He fires to 61, started the day with 7 straight birdies, fired an 8 under 28 on that front 9. It's the guy who started 7 strokes back, and he ends up winning the tournament by 4. Is this just an example of how much game Rickie has when he gets going like this?
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of shades of him winning at the Players, where he just scorched the back 9 at TPC and then won in the playoff, and it was just reeling off birdies. And we've seen that from Fowler, and you see it from a lot of the top guys. They can get on these runs that are just so torrid. They leave you scorched at home watching from the couch. So, yeah, Fowler's got that extra gear. It just, everybody's waiting, as he is, for him to do it in a major, and whether he'll do that is another matter. I mean, we know he's got the game to win. The question is, again, does he have it when it matters? Can he time it all right? So many things have to go right to win the big ones. And everybody's hoping Rickie will do it, but there's so much expectations weighing on him. You wonder whether it'll ever happen.
Yeah, Rickie's the guy you want as your $5 Nassau partner on vacation, because he can just, in a low-key atmosphere, he's reeling off birdies. But can he do it come major championship time? He's tops on that list at this point, right, Pharrell? Best player never to win a major. Can he take some of this game into the new year and peak at the right time for major season?
Well, I mean, he's streaky. I mean, people want to point to, Butch Harmon and the swing changes, but he's a self-made guy, essentially. He needs momentum. He needs things to kind of go his way on the golf course. We need to see him get into a major situation and get out there and struggle a little bit and kind of come back and see the kind of things we saw. Because it's one thing to shoot a 61 when you're firing on all cylinders, but then where you need to shoot a 69 or a 71 to stay in a tournament on a bad day. We've got to find out, does he have that gear? Because you can lose a tournament on a Friday or Saturday with a 75. So we need to see Rickie be able to play at his greatest, and then also be able to see him do well enough when he's struggling.
Yeah, that's that grinded out gear I think
Absolutely.
You're referring to there.
Right.
We'll see when we see Rickie again, Tiger again, probably not until January. Got the Shark Shootout this week, but then we won't see many of the guys until Hawaii in January. And that's going to do it for this edition of Tour Confidential. For Josh Sens and Pharrell Evans, I'm Ryan Aselta. We'll see you next week right here on Golf.com.